Yeah, very big welcome to you, my dear Scorpio. And of course, always a big welcome to those zodiac signs that felt like that in this constellation is a message for them as well. And so the sun has moved, or the earth has turned in such a way that when we look into the sun, we see the constellation Leo behind it. Leo is about strength, to have the strength to combine this impulsive, creative, sexual me with that me that is also pure and clear and not wild but adaptable, because sometimes in society we have to do things a little bit to fit in. We don't need to share everything. We can also just be powerful from deep within, like the sun that is our father, highlighting now the moon in your sign. And the moon is the mother, is the emotions, is the womb that we were 9 months to grow. And so we know that water are deep emotions, and you are the one that dives the deepest into the emotions, almost to the extent that you then can lose yourself, transform yourself, and even die from it. A little death, right? Because the body is renewed every 7 years, so we do have that letting go. We do know how it feels when we exhale, but we have right away an inhale. And so here comes symbolically an understanding that the sun gives you the strength to let go, to accept the inevitable, which is Scorpio. Scorpio mother, she actually dies for her children. That's the first thing that she does. When the children are born, they eat their mother. I mean, it sounds terrible, right? But that's how she is really giving everything she can to her children to start, to begin. The court card for you is the King of Cups. Deep emotions is in the center of the ocean. And the dates here are October 13, November 12. If your birthday is in between there, then this is your court card. If not, I have listed the court cards below, and so you can have a look if you before or after. I'm doing this reading because I'm creating a tarot yoga deck, and so for the lion's pose I choose Simhasana. The lion's breath, I love it. Sticking the tongue out and become yourself, that wild side, right? I love when I'm able to do it. And right where the infinite symbol is crossing, that's where we have that roar, the message coming out. For you, of course, the only position that exists for Scorpio is Scorpio. And you bring your feet above your head, so you're not led by your ego, you're led by your intuition, by your physical body, by your emotions, by your feelings. Then connecting to the last reading, because for me this is a path and I need to know what happened in the last one, otherwise it doesn't feel right. That's when the sun was in Cancer. And the message was psyche/mind and Cupid/soul only find each other through meditation. I forgot the word other. Yeah, so the Two of Cups came up and the Ace of Voices. And so you are learning to mentally look into a situation emotionally detach yourself from that situation, gain strength to that, because psyche, the mind, is interconnected with Cupid, the soul. And so that story already is letting you know that we can never attach ourselves to another person. They are what they are free, and we have to learn to be self-sufficient. If there is a relationship, always remember 100% you're engaged and 100% you are free. Not 50-50. It's both 100%. Good, so I have 22 cards here, like the major arcana, and I got in the last month from Cancer that I have to read them from right to left and not from left to right, from that inner state of being, a state of the right brain to the left, an intuition to the logic, because the big wobble the earth does lasts around 25,850 years, divided through the 12 zodiac signs, creates an age. And so when people talk about the age of Aquarius, it's because it's left spinning. We still are a little bit in the age, depending the school, in the age of Pisces, Jesus, the fisherman. So all the elements of a religion that's formed in 2,150 years, that's how long an age lasts, marks the signs here, right? The people are intuitively understand the age of Aquarius is coming, the star, the internet, the technologies. And so on the position of the Fool, you got through the Visconti Sforza Tarot the Two of Coins, and the Two of Coins is balancing this knowledge out. Jupiter in Capricorn, balancing. Jupiter is the furthest planet there is, and Capricorn is power to climb up that mountain, being successful, being powerful. And so you go back up to the mountain and you have learned something, you have understood something. And here you are also showing with this card that you are going from right to left. And so you are understanding that everything is coming and going, that everything is constantly spinning, moving, and nothing is fixed. Nothing is fixed. And so Jupiter, which is the furthest planet out there, not the most furthest is Pluto, and Pluto is connected with you, and Pluto is the judge at the end that is looking at you and saying, okay, how did you live your life? And that's when we want to transform, that's when we want to go. So here comes a beautiful tarot in the 1450s. It was painted, so from the 15th century until now it lasted, because back then power married money, and so the couple nevertheless found an arrangement, a way of living together, and after 10 years of marriage they painted the tarot with them in it. Beautiful story, right, of a duality gone in the infinite loop of the eight. And here the sentence says à bon droit, meaning that when you do good, good comes back to you. On the position of the Magician comes then Oswald Wirth. He painted only 22 major arcanas, and were used in the Kabbalistic Rose Cross order that was formed 1888 in France. So these are Italian cards, and these are French cards. Le Battleur, not the Magician. Le Battleur, on the position of the magician. And here we see 2 legs, and he has 3 legs on his table. And 3 legs means I am creating the next dimension. I'm creating the next generation. So you go from 2 to 3. Here we see 2 legs, and the other 2 legs are in the other dimension, a little bit different. And it speaks about you going clearly into the next chapter of your life, creating whatever it is you need to create. You have all the 4 dimensions. You have the earth plane, you have the water plane, you have the fire plane, and you have the air plane. And you are in space, and you have a little flower underneath you, which is still closed because you're just beginning to understand, wait a minute, I have power. I can create on the position of the magician, right? It's not manifested yet, but you are beginning to realize I can create out of 0, 2, comes to 2, and then I go into the 1 on the position of the magician. On the position of the high priestess comes the Hermetic Tarot, the Fool, a new beginning of a new beginning. And of course here we have duality with the high priestess, letting us know that she is in the center and she knows exactly what she's doing. She knows there's a dark side to life and there is a bright side to life, and she doesn't choose either one. She chooses the center. She chooses the 3rd leg. And she begins always with the next inhale. She begins that moment, and with the exhale she lets go. And so that's what the in and the exhale is here in this tarot, the Hermetic principles, the Hermetic laws. And these cards were used in the Order of the Golden Dawn, which was formed also 1888 in England. So France and England, 2 brotherhoods, they knew from each other, and they chose a very specific date to mark something. The 1, the magician, and the 8, the star, the age of Aquarius. They marked so that 3 times the power, 3 times to create, to be empowered, to know that in that infinite loop lies power. In that infinite loop lies the power to know that I can come into my center and begin again and again new. So of course these 2 schools are different. That's the other crazy situation, is that when you study all the different tarots, you realize they're not all the same. Here they begin with the magician, the number 1, and so the alphabet, the Hebrew alphabet, begins here with Aleph. And here they begin with the Fool. The alphabet begins with the Aleph, with the Fool. So after that it changes completely. So which school do you go with? You gotta find your school, your intuition, and I think that's what you're doing. You're seeing, right? You're seeing through the magician, on the position of the magician. I gotta now begin new, even though I have understood something, even though I have understood the 2 is ever changing, the 2 is infinite, shifting and changing. But now you gotta continue, and on the position of the Empress comes the 10 of coins reversed. Now the interesting story is that Arthur Waite, who created the Rider-Waite deck, was in this brotherhood, the Golden Dawn. So was Aleister Crowley, and both created their own tarot because that was an initiation to study the tarot and to paint your own 22 major arcanas. Not all of them were published because not all of them understood the situation, and that's why each tarot is a little bit different. And so the story goes that Arthur Wade created in the Minor Arcanas also a story of people, and that was understood much easier. Now the Ten of Coins is a richness. Mercury in Virgo is a richness that speaks about, if you understand this richness, the 1 and the 0, if you understand the 1 and the 0, you can instantly come into manifestation. And you have the 1 and the 0 next to each other. And so you can manifest instantly whatever it is that you want. But it's not that easy because it's reverse. Something is not there yet. So maybe an attachment, maybe something that doesn't make you realize that it's not about manifesting and the power of being able to manifest. It's about letting go. And so maybe the card is saying let go of that thinking of a certain richness, because she's rich anyway. She's rich. She is the fertility, she is the creation, she is everything that we ever dreamed of. It's flowing, there is the wheat, there is the trees, there is the Venus symbol, there is the pomegranate on her dress, and she has all the 12 zodiac signs as a crown. She is the Empress. So let go. Let go of thinking you can just control the things. No, you gotta work with a higher force, with a higher power. Otherwise, it's too strong. Otherwise, it's not gonna work. Because on the position of the Emperor, Aries, the first zodiac sign, right? So from Fool to Magician and the High Priestess and the Empress, there are no zodiac signs connected to it. Here comes Aries, the Emperor, and comes Aleister Crowley. And Aleister Crowley, the Hierophant, was as well in the Order of the Golden Dawn. And the story here is that 22 years after his death, they published his deck. He was working with black magic, and so people were afraid to publish them. 1920, 1969. And we see that, that the story goes further into manifesting now, and knowing that if you want to really be an emperor, you have to understand the 5, which is half of 10. 5 are tests, 5 are spiritual tests that challenge you to be an emperor, that challenge you to think in your brain different. Now here, in the age of Aries, the Jewish religion was formed. And here you get the Hierophant, right? The Jewish tradition evolved out of here the holy cow. The holy cow that was Indian tradition. And so we learn and understand the tests through each age. Now, the Taurus is opposite of you, 6 months. And the most important thing to understand is that when we become a human being that learns to be fully united in that infinite loop of the 2, in that infinite loop of the 8 in his head, is to combine these 2 opposite energies, a water and an earth sign. The Taurus is opposite of you. That's when you have your full moon, and Taurus has its full moon in your month. So we learn something very profound here, to combine and to understand that if I really want to be powerful, I have to combine Taurus and your energy into one. On the position of the Hierophant, the Three of Cups, the three graces: love, hope, and to believe. The three is everywhere in the Hierophant's card. We have the triangle pointing upwards. We have the staff, right? We have the three lines. We have the three levels. And so comes the Three of Cups. And the Three of Cups is Mercury in Cancer. And Mercury in Cancer is the information of really having the three graces, the three gunas, and the Ayurvedic principles, the three stages: body, mind, and spirit. And we see here the curtain has opened, and we see a moment of three women being really in a pleasurable situation. They support each other. The wine is flowing. They are naked. And they are just allowing that triangle upward to inspire them and enjoying each other. And that's, of course, what the church doesn't want you. The church doesn't want you to enjoy yourself. The church is like, okay, no, you cannot enjoy yourself. We tell you that there are things that you cannot do. So, Salvador Dali, 1970. Salvador Dali, a Spanish painter, very powerful, very strong images that he used. Old paintings, and that's why I include them here. And so here comes an understanding that the triangle upward is the fire, is that element that is giving you an understanding of, yes, I can create through the three. I can create new things, and I can enjoy myself. On the position of the Lovers comes the Age of Aquarius, the star. Now this tarot is the tarot of the Golden Dawn, which was then created in the order of the Golden Dawn. And as you remember, they used the Hermetic Tarot as that studying deck. And 1978 comes this one. And here she has the red and the blue cup. She's pouring it into the water. She has 1 foot on land, 1 foot on water. She has the tree of life. She has the dove above. She understands that she is powerful because she's connected to the star above her. Always, right? To this point, to this cup, you want to know that the number 3 is a very holy number. Because dualities, it's beautiful, but if nothing comes out of a duality, there is no combining energy, there's no connection. And so the Age of Aquarius is speaking to you as the Gemini, and Gemini is the Lovers, a love for yourself. The true love of yourself you find in the stars, you find in the next age. And so understanding these principles is very important. Then comes Hermann Handel, a German artist, and why I picked his deck is because he was imprisoned in World War II and saved by a Jewish soldier. And of course he painted then his own tarot deck, and here comes the Devil on the position of the Chariot. So in the last month, the Psyche, Mind, Cupid, Soul connection can only find each other through meditation. And that's what's speaking to you. on the position where there was an attachment happening. An attachment that brought the snake out. A snake, which is of course sexuality. And something, it's almost like saying the age of Aquarius. And after the age of Aquarius comes the age of Capricorn. And the age of Capricorn is tremendous power, but also attachment to a physicalness. It's the number 15, which creates a 6. I'm just looking if there's already a portal. And here we have the number 8, which is opposite of Leo. So Leo and Aquarius, the age of Aquarius, are opposite of each other. We have to incorporate, we have to combine these two. And that's really important to understand. Opposite of Capricorn is Cancer. So on the position of Cancer, it speaks about release, because we had a full moon here in Cancer for Capricorn. And it's speaking about combine the opposites as extreme they can be. You must unite them. If you want to be successful, you must unite the black and the white and come into the center. Always, again, the triangle that's pointing upwards. Here as well, right? The star that's above you. And the triangle that's formed by these dualities, the red and the blue with the star above you. One is giving, one is taking, one is receiving, right? And the other one is giving. It's always the same. It's this like this gentle and the wild. It's however you want to see it. It's there. It's teaching us constantly to accept the dualities. 1985. Now here, the Medicine Woman Tarot on the position of Leo comes the Page of Pentacles, the children. And here you have an awareness, you get an awareness of the new generation that is taking care of the earth, that is taking care of what we have here, what a beautiful world we have here. And it's about time that we go out and realize, yes, I am finding the strength to do this for the next generation. My strength is here to be for others, for the earth generation, right? You had here already Taurus, you have here already Capricorn, and now you have the Page, you have earth energy coming to you. So you have a Taurus here, you have an Aquarius here, and you have a Capricorn here. And then you have all three, the Virgos in here then as well, with the young generation. Right? And that's where you find your strength. So then, on the position of Virgo comes giving and taking. The 6 of Coins, which is Moon in Taurus, is again coming to learn and understand the giving and taking of Taurus on the position of the Emperor. Giving and taking, and learning that everything is a giving and taking. This is a giving and taking, and this is a giving and taking. Always. Always. I mean, constantly giving and taking. It's the message, right? And Virgo is that, understand that from deep within, because he holds the star in his lantern, and it's the triangle pointing upwards and the triangle pointing downwards. It's the masculine and the feminine. And you can also do a cup, a red cup and a blue cup. But it's always the triangle that's pointing upwards is the masculine, and the triangle that's pointing downwards is the feminine. So you learn through the next generation to be always in the 6, in the healing, because that's where you can overcome the devil, the attachment to things. If you don't exhale, you cannot inhale again. And it's the young generation that teaches you and gives you the power in this month to know that this has to be a law. And that's a law of the Hermetic Tarot. After that, on the position of the Wheel of Fortune comes an oracle card. I have listed all the cards down that I'm using here. Lorelei, the number 31, a 4. She is almost like looking like the age of Pisces. The age of Pisces has to let go so that the age of Aquarius can really be lived now and experienced now. And yes, it's saying the Wheel of Fortune, which is connected with Jupiter. Yes, this is what's happening. We got to change all the time. We got to shift. We got to let go. And we got to understand that it's inevitable that the age of Pisces has to let go. There's constantly an inhale and exhale and constantly giving and taking. And sometimes we really have to let go of things that maybe don't work for us anymore. Because then on the position of Judgment, number 11, comes the 4 of Swords. And the 4 of Swords is Jupiter in Libra, which is here a Libra. A justice can really be felt when we go deep within, when we meditate, when we know that death is something that comes at the end. If we meditate, we are somehow dying, we are somehow letting go of things that don't work anymore. And you have a sword here, and a sword that you're holding on, but one sword is supporting you, and it's that sword that you know is the earthly mental sword, but this sword is the one that you could take with you. These are the dualities that you're lying here. And so you're letting go and you're going further mentally to realize justice is something that happens within you. You cannot ask for justice from other people because they are the way they are. And you just have to find for yourself what is right and what is wrong. On the position of the Hanged Man, which is the stage before you, the letting go, you get the crystal selenite 49, which is then a 13, which is then leading to your card. Let go, because you have a beautiful crystal speaking to you. I use this crystal here a lot. It's really beautiful. It's such an opaque, I mean, it's so beautiful, right? So it's like I have my crystals here, and so this crystal is helping you to let go and bring you to the selenite. And the selenite is speaking about liquid light, movement, flexibility, clairvoyant and clear vision, and higher consciousness. So when you let go and you meditate, you start understanding things from a much deeper place. And it's important because that's the stage of the Hanged Man. It's something that you do for yourself. So get yourself a selenite. It's good to have certain crystals. You don't need all of them, but some of them are quite important to have. Because then, when you meditate and you get yourself that stone, that crystal, on your position you get the eagle. So the transformation brings you into a 7. And that 7 is speaking to you in sense of, if you let go, really truly let go, you can really understand the higher consciousness. The higher consciousness that is then as the eagle in the shaman's work. That is spirit. Spirit is the eagle. And through the eagle, you are able to see on the position of the angel of temperance, again, the 6 of coins. And the 6 of coins is, again, the 6-6 portal, and you have with the devil another 6. So you have 3 times 6 power in giving and letting go. Giving, letting go. Letting go of the material energy, right? Letting go constantly of things that don't work for you. It's time to let go. It's time to let go. 666, 3 times 6, and then the 7. Then comes the liberation. Through the third eye, through the visuals that you have when you meditate, you're learning very powerfully to come into that place of, I know how to heal myself. All right? I know how to heal myself. I know how to let go through meditation. And through meditation comes the stone, and then comes the eagle, and then comes again the 6 of earth, knowing that everything is giving and taking, constantly shifting and changing. Because then on the position of the devil comes the 6 of cups. Then you understand what it means to be connected. Then you understand that the 6 of cups is connected to you, Sun in Scorpio, memories. You can let go of memories. You have in the corner the stability, and you have the 2 cups in the center. And understand that an attachment to things doesn't lead to anything. So you have again a 6, you have a 6 on the 6, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, the heart, right? You're letting go of the heart. Sun in Scorpio. It's, of course, moon in Scorpio, but you will learn very profoundly that things are always good. No matter what is happening, no matter what this means on the position of attachment to certain things, let go, because your heart needs to grow and needs to learn. And then on the position of the tower comes the turtle. A wise, gentle being has its home with itself. So when the home falls apart, when things fall apart, and this is brutal, you know you always have yourself. You know you always have the turtle. You are an ancient soul, and you don't need no one. You just have to understand that everything is within you. All you need is you. Because then, on the position of the star comes a 0 again. The Fool. The Fool begins a new journey. The Fool came already on the position of the High Priestess, right? And so here you see this new beginning, again, from a completely new perspective. You're going down and see that, yeah, a new beginning can be dangerous. The crocodile is here as well. The crocodile is like, you know, the new beginning, the scariness of a new beginning. Emotionally begin new. And you have to begin new in the age of Aquarius, because things are not anymore like the age of Pisces. The age of Pisces is over. And so here you are beginning completely fresh, and on the position of the moon comes the dream oracle, and you can dream about the me talks, preparing the body, mind, spirit to let go, right? Letting go and celebrating your new consciousness, your new awareness. Letting go of understanding the Six of Cups, understanding the Six of Pentacles, understanding the Six of Pentacles from a different deck. Letting go and releasing and healing through the moon in your sign now. You're healing, you're cleansing, you're diving in, and you're doing everything to find yourself. A new beginning in the age of Aquarius is coming to you, so that then on the position of the sun, you can grow like this little tree on a rock, and you can just begin fresh. And that's the beautiful thing here, right? We can always begin new. When we understand the eagle perspective on your position, then you understand you can always begin fresh. A new life, maybe, or just a new you that has learned and has grown on the position of the judgment. Then you have a new communication. Then you can speak in a new way. The clarity, interactivity, and timing of communications is critical. The number 4, that this letting go, this big emotional letting go, the 2x4 portal, helping you to really let go. And I see that this actually is a 4 too. Right? Sorry, it's coming after. So you have 3x4. 3x4, the power to listen to the heart, the love that can heal things, right? The love that can manifest things, the love that can open things to you in a communication, in a beautiful setting, in sharing, in speaking your truth, because then you can create new. You can create, again, with the 3 on the position of the 3, the world, the 21 is a 3 as well. You can create something completely new. But you have to learn to understand that you have to never let go of love, hope, and to believe, right? That this 333 portal is helping you to grow strong, and to know that this tree, this young tree in the number 2, as that creativity, and to grow again and again, and to know that everything has its moment. The same way here the detox has also a 3. So 1, 2, 3, 3 times the 3. 3 times the power to be you, the power to recreate your life, and know that in a tribe we can again be creating something absolutely new, absolutely something special. I think this is going to be the picture. A little wild, but let's see. So remember, right, on the position of the world, the new cycle, you can build something amazing again, right? Because you just know, you know that after the 2 comes the 3. Out of 2 we can get into the 3. Combine the dualities and see that then you can build the point to this cup, right? Again, you can come then into the star. Otherwise, you're stuck down here in this infinite loop. Go up here. Wow, what a beautiful reading. So I hope I see you in the next reading, because then the Earth turns in such a way that we see behind the Sun the constellation Virgo, and on the position of Virgo, learning to give and take. Until then, I thank you so much for being with me. Namaste.